So if you think of someone making $10,000 per month, how many hours per day do you think they work? Well, I'm doing the complete opposite, and I made thousands of dollars a month last year and only worked 4 hours a day. But it wasn't always like this. From the age of like 17 until the age of 22, 23, I worked my ass off every single day, working even 10 to 15 hours a day every single week. And fast forward to today, where I only work 4 hours a day, I created my dream life, and I want to show you how you can do the same. And it all comes down to the 4-step approach. It's extremely difficult to be productive and to get things crossed out of your to-do list. You work all week and yet you still feel like you need countless more hours. We look at famous entrepreneurs and they seem to be working non-stop 24/7. So we should be doing the same. Sacrifice things now for a greater return later in life and work those 60, 80, 100 hours work weeks. But what if I told you you could get more done in less time? Or better said, what if you could at least buy some time back so you can have more time? So in this video, we're going through a list of things that is helping me and many other successful entrepreneurs, and it's gonna help you get shit done in just 4 hours a day max. And Tim Ferriss wrote a book about working 4 hours a week. But I'm Alex Mikkel, and I say you can do it in 4 hours a day, which might be a bit more realistic to where you are right now in life. And since you're here watching this video, we agree that we have the same mindset and goal. Work the least amount of time possible with the highest return possible. Why? Because we want to live an epic life. And to do that, we have to turn our number one enemy into our friend. And who's our enemy? Our internal lazy bitch. You see, every day you fight this lazy ass bitch in your brain. It wants to keep you in bed. It wants you to procrastinate, etc. But it still wants you to do well in life. So instead of seeing this as an enemy and fight it, let me give you a new frame. Your internal lazy bitch is your biggest superpower. How? Well, it will always guide you to do less and less, and that is wonderful. And a true lazy person will find the most easy way to solve a problem. You might call it smart, but I would rename it to a lazy smart bitch because it's a double-edged sword. So let laziness guide you long-term and not short-term. If you don't want to be working all day, every day, you will need to let your internal lazy bitch find better solutions for you. For example, why would you want to continue doing work that can be easily replaced by someone else? Or have you ever taken time off to think about what's the number one activity in your business or life that drives all the results? And what about your 20-80 rule, the Pareto rule? When was the last time you truly took time off to think about that? So I put together 4 tips that allowed me to work even less than 4 hours a day and still kept my business above $1 million a month in revenue for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 years. So the tip number 1, let's start with something very obvious, but I need to bring it up because a lot of people get caught in the process and they don't truly think about this the right way. But the number 1 thing we need to identify is anything that we can outsource today. You know, we have the tendency to be very, very, very attached to our processes and thinking there's no one out there that could do it besides us. And that's a very false mindset. So the tip number 1 is hiring people to replace you. Why would you continue doing work that is easily outsourceable? Why would you waste your time continuously on doing things that anyone else could do with some coaching, some minor coaching? Even if it's something very complex for you, you should be able to write down an SOP, a standard operating procedure, so that anyone else can step in. And it might be the case that if you are the killer in your business and you're extremely good at it, you might need to replace yourself, not with just one person, but with maybe 3 or 4 people. So you might need a manager overviewing what other people are doing and putting all pieces together, because that's what you usually do and you don't even think about it. You just do it because you know how good you are at it. But if you really want to buy your time back and get more time to do other things, and maybe that's exactly why your business cannot scale further, you need to start acting more this way. Even if it's super scary at the very beginning, expect that this is gonna be a few months process, that you're gonna side by side work with new people and slowly give them more responsibility while you maintain the business, and that is gonna help you scale further later on. So hard work now is gonna pay off later. that for sure, and that's why we're here. Second tip is hiring an executive assistant. And that is a life-changing thing to do. Like, actually, that should be your first hire, because an assistant will do everything that is consuming your daily brain energy on things that anyone else could do. And I'm talking about very annoying stuff, like making sure accounting is right, booking certain things, organizing trips, maybe hiring people, organizing your inbox, all of that. From now on, start looking for any single opportunity during your day that an assistant could take over that particular task and do it for you. You would be surprised how much help you need to get things done. In my experience, I remember hiring my assistant 2 years ago, thinking I was only gonna need her 4 to 5 hours per week, max. Turns out she went full-time after a month because I could not stop giving her tasks. Book this, research that. Let's make a job post on this platform because we need to hire that person. And you can find an assistant for $5 an hour in the Philippines on onlinejobs.ph. Shout out to them. And Philippine people have great work ethic. They speak English and they're very good in doing the majority of things that you might need. But it can also go up to $50 to $100 per hour, or a very good salary a month, for someone that might cost more but requires less time to get certain things done. And that's exactly what I went for, because I didn't want to waste time on maybe saving some money, but the whole point here is not saving money, is buying back my time as soon as possible. And I didn't want to deal with, I don't know, low paying and less skilled professionals. Instead, I wanted to hire someone that has experience, that knows what to do, and that gets shit done. And that's why I rather pay top dollar for that. Number 3, hire leaders. Leadership positions are pricey, but those hires, if done right, will enable your company to grow with or without you. You need people in your business that are gonna have vision by themselves. They're gonna push things forward so you don't have to do that all the time. And you know probably exactly what I'm talking about, because if you look at your business, you might be the only person in there that knows where to go, what to do, and how to solve any upcoming problem, and basically make sure that everything is proceeding and growing and improving each month, right? You might be policing all your business non-stop, and that is exactly something that is going to keep you from growing further if you want to continuously grow in different directions. Why? Because you're the bottleneck of your own company. You're the only leader in there, and even though it might be cool for you to have that position, it's definitely not the best thing for your company. But again, hiring leaders can be very expensive, but it might be less expensive to hire a leader than not to grow in the long term. And leadership positions can easily take to $10,000 to $20,000 a month in salary, because those are the people that are gonna help you grow your company to new peaks, and you truly need them. And you could consider these positions after you implemented step number 1 and step number 2, and you need people to manage all these people that are already working for you. Step number 4, limit your time at work. You can't work 4 hours a week if you continuously find way to overwork. Less is more. And it's a very simplistic way to put it, but that's exactly how it is. And if you look back in your life, it's very, very noticeable that anytime you had many weeks to get a certain job done, you would fill up all those weeks to get it done. For example, if you look back at school, when we forgot we had some homework for the day after, in my case, I didn't really do homework, but let's say others that did the homework, I'm joking, happened to me too, or for a test, we would just find out the day before we have something for the day after. And guess what? You would work productively for 2-3 hours and get so much more done than you would have in 2 weeks, because you're just laser focused and you're putting all your energy in just those few hours because that's all you got. So what if you did the exact same thing? What if you use this frame to hack your life and to be more productive consistently? And you might think, this is impossible because I'm working 15 hours a day, I work every single day, I need to manage this, I need to manage that, I'm lost, I cannot stop right now and just work for hours. Are you freaking crazy, Alex? And I know what you might be thinking, so maybe it's not 4, maybe it's 5 hours or 6 hours. But what I'm inviting you to do starting tomorrow is to start limiting your time at work. This has a few benefits. If you limit the time at work, you will have to find solutions to make your company work in those amounts of hours. You will eliminate so many unnecessary calls. You will start noticing all the nonsense that is happening in your company because you're only limiting your time to what's truly essential. And that will give you more focus and clarity, and know what you need and don't need to do in your business. So go watch this video right here where I talk exactly about how you can achieve more by doing less, and you can take a deeper look at what I'm talking about. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe too. See you in the next video. Peace.